Welcome to Martini Time. This is your Jedi Knight talking to you from his cave in Blackstone, where nobody knows, where nobody can find me. I'm living out the metaphor, and also living out the metaphor of the Martini priest here that offers communion here at 5 o'clock. So I hope you join me this year. I hope your pipes have not frozen. Mine haven't yet. I put a little heater under my cold spot under the house, and that seems to have kept the freeze off, which used to be a normal Arctic freeze occasion. The pipes freeze, and I have to spend $60, $100 to get them replaced. But life's improving. Anyway, I watched the Hurt Locker today. Of course, this is backwards. But then, you know something? Metaphors. I talk about movies as metaphors a lot, and a metaphorical movie is a backwards movie. Let's see what that means. So the Hurt Locker. Now, the Hurt Locker is the Hurt Locker movie. If you haven't seen it, I recommend it. It shocked me when Avatar came out. The Hurt Locker got the best picture instead of Avatar. I just could not believe it. But having seen the movie, I can see its merit. Anyway, I'm looking at myself in the mirror here. So, the Hurt Locker is a metaphor. All movies are metaphors, some better than others. And the title tells it all, The Hurt Locker. Now, a metaphor is a double binding or a message with two opposite meanings. So a metaphor means this is that and this is not that. That's a metaphor. So if somebody says you're a lion in school, that doesn't mean you are an actual lion. It means you are a lion in school. So you are a lion and you are not a lion. So the metaphor holds these two opposites and creates a leap of a new, that's a very simple one. But say Hurt Locker is a metaphor. So it means war. Just to give you a brief outline. It's about a bomb deconstructor. I forgot what they called him, but he put on a big bomb suit and walked up in Iraq and went up to the IUD and disconnected it. So he had a bomb unit. And he looked like he put on this big helmet. And see if there's a picture of him here. And you can see him right there. I mean, he looks like he's on an astronaut. Yeah, I mean, he looks like it's all armor, for bomb, to keep him protected when the bomb goes off. So, you think that the movie is about the war as being a Hurt Locker. Well, that's the movie, this is that. But then, the movie is not that. So the question is, what is the not that? You see? So the metaphorical way of looking at a movie creates a question. The movie is about that. But then the movie is not about that. So that's a question. What is the movie not about? And how are the two mutually dependent? In other words, they are opposite meanings but mutually dependent, so you can't remove one without removing the other. For instance, I'll bring this picture up. Wait a minute. Can't get it. I'll bring this up. Here's the first time in the new year I bring this up. The old lady and the young lady. The gestalt image, you see. So this is a metaphor. The picture is about the young woman. And if you see the young woman, that's all you see. The picture is about the old woman. If you see the old woman, that's all you see. You can't see one and the other at the same time. It's one or the other. So the movie's about this, the picture is about this, the picture is not about this. It's, so it's about the old lady, the young lady, you see. So this is a good example of a visual metaphor. So what is the Hurt Locker? The Hurt Locker is about the war, the hurt of the war, but it's not about that. It's about the hurt of civilization, our civilization. The most classic thing in the movie was, so when our warrior comes home, after his tour of duty, and he's with his little wife and his little son, and he's cleaning out the gutter, and he's at the grocery store, and the wife says, go get some cereal. And so he's standing there, and he's got a canyon of choices, and he can't make a choice. It's too much. And the next thing, you see him back in Iraq, putting on the bomb uniform, bomb suit, and walking towards the bomb with a big smile on his face. Now, see, so the Hurt Locker. The Hurt Locker was the war, but then our culture is a Hurt Locker. A culture of fragmented choices. We have so many choices, we're suffering. I just spent the day listening to, and I mentioned this last night, the lost tapes of Aunt Annie. Now, my Aunt Annie was a Victorian lady who lived to be 99. She died in the 90s, and she was recorded just talking about her growing up on the farm around the turn of the century. And such a simple life they lived in. Remarkably simple. And so we have progressed from this simple farm life where choices were few to a society or a culture where choices are proliferating. It's kind of like freedom means more choice. So, of course, we want more freedom, so we create more choices in the hopes of ending the pain of fragmented choices, you see. It's a double bind. We long for simplicity. We long for the and this is what the Hurt Locker was about in one of its ways, was the simplicity of on and off. You're either alive or you're dead. That's the basic simplicity. When you get down to that, you're free. You're free from the proliferation of choices of either should this or either that, you see. Read the love poem of J. Alfred Prufrock by T.S. Eliot. Measuring out my life by coffees, by teaspoons. In other words, should I do this or that? Should I go here or there? Should I go this? Should I buy this cereal or that cereal? This ambiguity of choices, this proliferation of choices, has created a modern civilization that is a Hurt Locker. And Buddha called this life is suffering. It's a life of fragmentation. It's a life of separation. So the Hurt Locker is about not being separated from life, because it takes the soldier down to the core of his existence. You are either alive or you're dead. You can't get any simpler than that, you see. And so your choices, particularly with the bomb deconstructing, this wire or that wire. Snip here, boom, snip there, boom, you see. Very simple. And this gets down to Thoreau. Simplify, simplify. And a lot of us in our personal lives, we decide we're going to simplify. Usually at New Year's Eve, I spend a couple of days throwing this accumulation out, throwing the trash out, cleaning out the files. Both my wife and I have gotten all this throw-out energy going through the office where stuff accumulates, the junk mail, the choices. The junk mail comes in. Should I get this or that? Should I throw this away or keep it? No, I don't know. I'll keep it. No, I should throw it away. And on we go. Proliferation of either or, you see. So we want to get down to the simple core of life, whether you're just alive or dead. It just doesn't get any simpler than that. And that's the way out of the Hurt Locker, which is what the message of the movie was. The movie ended with him smiling, going to deconstruct a bomb, to be alive or dead. And he was smiling. He was free from the Hurt Locker. Thanks for dropping in. Have a happy new year, and may your pipes not freeze.